Recent investigations into early time-restricted eating have revealed intriguing connections between meal timing and sleep architecture that operate independently of caloric intake or weight change. Small randomized crossover trials recruiting adults with mild sleep disturbances have begun teasing apart these mechanisms by holding calories constant while manipulating eating windows. The fundamental question centers on whether shifting dinner to earlier hours can recalibrate circadian phase and improve sleep metrics through temporal alignment rather than metabolic weight loss pathways. Preliminary findings from controlled feeding studies suggest that early time-restricted eating shifts circadian phase markers, particularly dim light melatonin onset, advancing sleep timing by approximately 30 to 60 minutes in compliant participants. Actigraphy data and Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index scores indicate meaningful improvements in sleep onset latency and overall sleep efficiency for individuals with morning chronotypes, who appear biologically primed to benefit from earlier eating cessation. The mechanism likely involves the entrainment of peripheral circadian clocks through food-derived Zeitgebers, which then communicate upstream to hypothalamic sleep-wake centers. When the last meal occurs several hours before intended sleep, the body receives consistent temporal cues that eating has concluded and rest approaches. However, the picture grows more complex when examining evening chronotypes. Night owls participating in early time-restricted eating protocols report mixed subjective experiences, with some experiencing increased hunger during evening hours and potential social friction around early eating deadlines. Their endogenous circadian preference for later activity may create misalignment when forced into earlier eating windows, potentially negating sleep benefits observed in morning-preferring individuals. Objective measures including total sleep time and daytime alertness show heterogeneous responses across chronotype categories, suggesting that meal timing interventions cannot be universally prescribed without considering individual circadian biology. The translational implications remain promising yet nuanced. For individuals struggling with delayed sleep onset who naturally prefer morning activity, advancing dinner time by 2 to 3 hours may offer a non-pharmacological intervention worth exploring. The intervention requires no calorie restriction, weight loss, or complex dietary changes beyond temporal shift, making it relatively accessible. Yet clinicians and individuals should approach with realistic expectations, understanding that meal timing represents one input among many circadian signals, and that light exposure, activity patterns, and genetic factors substantially influence sleep outcomes. Rigorous trials with larger samples and extended follow-up periods will clarify which phenotypes derive meaningful sleep improvements from eating schedule modifications alone.